Hello everyone, RegiTime here with the third part of the 10 trilogy. Good news is the wife's parcel's just come, so that's a relief. It's a relief, Donna, isn't it? See you now. Is it going to be as noisy as the last one? Marvellous. You go and have a bath, pet. Have a soak for 40 minutes. So yes, anyway, we've been playing 10 We've had two videos already. If you haven't watched them already, then go back and watch them first. You'll probably enjoy this video more having watched the first two. Yeah, we're just trying to play some relatively solid, decent poker against what, frankly, is a pretty shit field to play against. C-bet in top pair here. C-bet in top set here. This guy's got a min-raise and a 3x. So he's shitting more than one way. I thought he was just shit because he was too tight, but he's actually shit because he's got more than one open sizing from the same position. What a fuckwit. ISO in the ace-5 suited here. Getting called. Flop in some backdoor stuff with an overcard. Not the kind of board I want to see bet bluff against this player type on though, so we're going to check back and start bluffing later in the hand. I think he's relatively capped here. We're just going to bet twice, and if he just wants to look us up with like 6x or 7x or whatever, then good for him. He doesn't know. Excuse me. I'm opening the ace-3 suited. Flopping a pair. This guy's now cold caught out the small blind. One imagines this is like from him. That's the first time he's done it. It's going to be like pocket pair heavy, then some like stuff that he's too shit to 3-bet. That's some good ace-x stuff that isn't ace-king. We're going to start with the bet anyway. And this guy's just really bad. It's tight. It's just a tight fish, isn't he? That's what the orange tag is. It's a mixture of tight fish, dull regs, etc. This guy folded to 3-bet just half the time. Gonna squeeze it up. I expect to get two folds quite often, but what we're gonna do. We're gonna check call this guy and check raise him on the turn due to his post-flop tendencies. Just my read is based on the numbers I'm seeing that he just c-bets too many turns. When he doesn't, I'm going to assume that means he thinks he has showdown value, and I'm not going to try and bluff him off it on this run out. Yep, another pretty poor player. And that's not to say I'm booking some kind of sicko. That isn't what I'm getting at when I describe them. It's just your bog standard 10 and L, 20 and L, 25 and L shit reg. too tight, doesn't value bet thinly enough, etc., etc. What's happened here? I opened and didn't see bet for some reason. Too busy slagging off this cunt, wanna. How often does this fucker probe turns? 3 out of 4. Fuck you then, sir. Raise and then probably bluff river. Did snap call. How often do you fold rivers, sir? Only 40%. There's a lot of river cards I was willing to barrel. I think the repeat 8 wouldn't be one of them. But we don't beat very much. But I don't think he folds better hands very often. So we're just going to give up and maybe just win sometimes. Pocket tens. Maybe he folds that if we blast. Just a guy in the previous video called our 3-bet, called our cold 4-bet, sorry, with Jack Queen off. So we're hoping for some action from him. Well, he hasn't folded yet. Oh. In comes the 4-bet. We could just jam here, but we're not going to. Going to make a very small 5-bet. Face up as fuck, but this player's pretty fucking bad. So I don't really care. Totally lost the plot with this Jack Queen down here. Got too excited with the aces. Lost the plot here with the Jack King. Got too excited with the aces. We've been shoved on. And of course we're going to slow roll. I mean, that's just mandatory, isn't it? Not going to risk going my time back though, because I don't trust it to auto kick in. Call. And we're up against kings. We deserve to lose this, to be fair. I mean, we don't lose it, but we deserve to lose it. Such a cuntish thing to do. Oh, then he puts nice hand in, and now I feel guilty. Running hot. Right, this guy's double barreling. We picked up a turn card that might end up costing us lots and lots of chips, because we can't fold to this dude. Has he let us off the hook on the river by going too small? Yes, he has. Who knew that the guys playing 55% of hands and only raising 5% of them would have a really strong hand there when he raises and triple barrels? Who knew? Why does the game have to be so mysterious? ISO in the Jack 8 suited might be a little bit wide, but doing it anyway. This guy's bet versus Miss C bet 3 out of 4 times. We're going for a check raise. Of course he doesn't this time. What's Mr. 1311 going to do? Guess we just bet twice now and hope not to get raised. Just slow roll someone with aces, Dono, and one. Yeah. Your hero. Am I your hero, Dono? Thank you, pet. Really don't want to get raised here. We're going to fold if we do. We don't. We're going to keep trying to bluff this guy. Might work eventually. Oh, we can just turn the nuts and size up. We haven't done this yet against him because we haven't had a value hand. As exploitable as this is, really don't think it matters against this type of player. Of course, we don't have the nuts. He might have the king jack and put us in the bin again. Just fold. Defending the queen jack suited. Do we want to defend by way of 3-bet? Oh, no, not against that stack, we don't. Not against that stack. He's got shipwreck stats, but he's not reloading, so fuck him. He's getting the green tag. Probe turn. Hope not to get raised. Take it down. This bottom left table has been very disappointing for the whole trilogy. Not surprising, really, when it's as bad as it is and we have relatively aggressive reg to our left. This is not a table I would typically be sat at. Let the sevens go. I think they would form part of a reasonable 3-bet strategy against reasonable players. But we don't know if we're up against a reasonable player there. He's called Dimitri, which suggests he's Eastern European, which probably means he's not terrible. Could be value owning ourselves here with the A7, but too strong to check back as played. King 5 suited, no, one position too early for that one. Pocket aces again. I'd like to get 3-bet by a 14-10. Sadly, we didn't. We get no action whatsoever. 18/8. You fucking legend. Small sample, so we won't be too harsh on him yet, but there are an awful lot of filthy nits hanging around in these games. Filthy, I tell you. Filthy nits. Make me look like not on it, but when you see my stats at the end, I suspect I'm going to be just as filthy as the fucking rest of them. But we will check my raise first in stats because they're the important ones. I don't give much action when players raise because they are so fucking nitty. But if my race first in stats are reasonable, I don't mind. I don't mind just like once when you're in pots with a lot of these tight guys, just refuse to give them action when they open quite often. But it's still important to make sure our race first in frequencies are at least reasonable. Actually going to go for a check raise here with the ace king. I think it makes it quite simple to play. Sadly, he checks back. We do have a little bit of showdown value. We have a decent bit of equity with our king of hearts too, so not going to bluff. I'll ace it again against our friend here. It's going to 3-bet to 8 bigs. I bets a turn. We can't fold. Small c-bet this flop. He's got 36 left. Concentrate on this first, make sure we put the money in. This ace king, I'm contemplating bluffing with it, but on this run out, I'm not going to. I think we just lose a lot. So that probably my game, when I miss a check raise, I end up getting lost in the hand. Maybe we should just, like, once he checks through, barrel the turn and bet the river. Maybe that's a better line than, well, probably almost certainly a better line than what we did. Maybe we should just c-bet, because we just got good equity, rather than, because I wanted to check raise and like try and blow him off a pair or get it in against just a one pair hand where we've got like at least 50% equity. Maybe he has some bet folds sometimes. So I like the thought of check raising, but if population in general aren't betting enough versus miss C bets, then it becomes somewhat of a flawed strategy. Check back this flop with the ace 9. And I think now we're just going to start bluffing. Again, it's easy to think, oh, ace 9, I've got showdown value, etc. Maybe we have, but I think we can just, by betting twice, we can just get so many folds. It's just going to be higher EV than trying to check down and get to showdown. Occasionally, you are going to bin the shit out of yourself. You can have like loads of pair plus straight draws here that just fold river. As played, I hope. Or you can just have ace queen and didn't 3-bet. I mean, that works too. Skill Grinder. That's a shit name if I've ever seen one. That's a really shit name. What a prick. And why would you call yourself Skill Grind? What a cunt. But isn't some Discord group titled something like Crush Club or something like that? It's an absolute fucking bell end of the highest magnitude. Not squeezing the ace-5 suited here because of both players' stack sizes, but we are going to try and see a flop. Because of our nut potential. Okay. Flush draw. Do I just want to run it here against two people? Nope. And then we turn the pair, so we're going to lose some more money before folding. Squeeze the ace 10. Again, we just can't fold here, but I think our fold equity is non-existent. And we river the nuts, and we're just going to go all in ourselves. Just going to check through way too often. And we get called by an inferior flush. Love to see it. Flatting the button with the fives. Open this to 3x because there's an extra bit of dead money in the pot from this guy who posted and folded. And we're going to bet decide with our gut shot here, unless our opponent raises us. Min donk call, trivial call. Try and spike a 5 on the turn. Fail miserably. This kind of bets the turn, so he only called the min donk now, he wants to bet the turn. Not a very believable line, but I've got 2 5s, so what do I care? Aces again. Sadly, skill grinder is out. I'd like to start that cunt before the end of the video. Oh, and aces again. We've got aces everywhere. Three bets. Snap fold. And pick up the blinds. How fucking boring. Hopefully this table fills quite quickly. Because I've no intention of playing four-handed. Looks like it's going to. That's the beauty of iPoker. I guess they have like a system where tables fill quite quickly. You can just like click join. Next available table. The tables tend to either break completely or you get a change of cast quite quickly. 19/6 guy with the limp. Grow up, son. Go with a 3-bet with the king jack suited against an unknown opponent. He just goes all in. We fold. We would have totally bricked the flop. How's your new coffee machine, Murray? Have you tried it?
Well, alright.
Wasn't as noisy as the last one.
Eh?
Didn't seem as noisy as the last
No,
one.
it doesn't.
Does it take the same pods and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, remind me. When I take Quinn home later after swimming, need milk for the morning. It's just come to me now, so I'm saying it even though I'm recording the video. I'm saying it now because it's your job to remind me later.
Oh, I need to get a curry thing from somewhere to make tea.
Well, I'll be finished this in 15 minutes, so we have a wander out co-op pet. We, not just me. And these two suited with the button open. Into skill grinder. It's a scary proposition. Flopping the absolute nuts. Sadly, this small blind calling range is going to be full of pocket pairs that have missed. Is he a turn prober? He is a bit of a turn prober, so we'll give him a chance to do just that. Probe turn 60% and 10 opportunities so far. Sadly, he doesn't probe this time. I think we're getting precisely no money in this spot. And he doesn't bluff rivers based on the stats I can see, so just going to bet big and just hope he's got something he can call with. I doubt he is. Doubt he has. Nope. This is like a really neat stat that an e-friend gave me. This 83% here is won at showdown at river after betting. And as you can see, 100%, 83%. Look at some of the other players we've got, like bigger samples on. 100%, 83%. That's the same player. This guy's 0 up to now, but it's 0 from 2, so not a super significant sample. Can't remember what's gone on in this sand. Ah, yeah, he limped and called a big blind ISO. Delay c-bet. And we might end up putting ourselves in the bin, but we're going to just bet twice now versus check, 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 check. Yeah, this has been one of the best stats I've added for a long time to my HUD. Because when you see regs who are like winning 83% of showdowns when they bet the river, and this does bet out over a large sample on in my normal games, that's typically like most regs way up like 80% plus winning when betting rivers, winning at showdown when betting rivers. It just makes it really fucking easy to overfold versus regs. And then to the contrary, you see lots of fish with numbers of like 50% and less. Proof of something that we already know is that regs just don't bluff anywhere near frequently enough on rivers, and fish bluff too often. We already knew that anyway, but it's nice to have that confirmed with actual data. Yeah, this guy's posted, so we're going to make a larger than usual open. This guy's donking into us on this board, which is weird. Start with a call. No idea what this means. Maybe it means flush draw that's got there. Don't think it's a 6. Could be a pocket pair worse than 10s. Guess we're going to find out. He could just be doing this like 2-9 to something and just not knowing what the fuck he's doing. He might have pocket 3s that are counterfeited. He tanks some bets. I mean, I think we just lose here a lot, but we're getting too good a price. He just had a complete airball. What a fanny. This guy's limp called, and he limp calls half the time. He forced a c-bet just over half the time. He is something of a prober. Torn between c-bet and check here. I think I'm going to check back, call the turn probe, and then probably fold river. He probes one big blind. I'm going to actually just raise here and check back the river. Definitely be value owning ourselves a little bit here, but it's only bet one big blind. After seeing what this guy did with the ace-7 earlier, we're just going to give him some rope with the aces. Snap checks back, which is disappointing. So now we're just going to bet. Start off with the small bet here. With our overcard backdoor flush draw. This guy called very quickly. Don't want to barrel a 9 off suit. And he overbets river, which is interesting. It's almost never a bluff when people do this. Easy fold. Oh, that'll be quads. We just flop quads, don't know. Well, it's only very nice if we get paid. Obviously checking back. Oh, an ace on the turn. That might help somebody. The guy's bet 40% pauser. Just calling, of course. Quadalicious. Quadalicious donor. Oh, and a potential flush has just hit. Is check donor. We're not getting any money. We might get paid by an ace. Might. Overbet or 75%, don't you decide? I'm randomising. You're randomising for me.
Overbet.
Overbet? Right, okay. Overbet it is. No, he folded. Good decision, Dawn. You are my randomiser then. So we're going to start leaving all of our tables. So we're about done. Tagging these players, even though I'm not intending on playing this pool again for a long time. Never hurts to tag people anyway. Cabbage eater. It's a digger. Latvians, isn't it? I think that name. And guess what? We're winding the session down. We'll look how our session's gone overall. Hit the refresh button. Made €40 over 1,700 hands. 22.18. 8% 3-bet or thereabouts. 78% 4 to 3-bet, which I can justify by the pool being filthy. Won at 24 big blinds 100. Very nice. How's our red line looking? Positive red line. Absolutely fucking beasted it. We beasted it, Donna. Positive red line. I don't have a positive red line very often. Our race first in numbers could be better, especially from the button. Everything else seems reasonable enough. Yeah, beautiful, Donna. What's not to love? You've ran pretty much bang on EV. Love to see it, Dorno, don't you, pet?
What?
Me crushing it. 24 big blinds 100 over a 3 video sample, Dorno. That is it's quite exceptional. You might want to go and start drying your hair, by the way, my love, because we'll be going out in a minute. Ace Queen last hand. How's it going to go? Got 100% VP on the button. We've been 3-bet. I guess now. Want to just call? This guy's in the pot. I think we want to just try and fold out the guy who 3-bet and then just play for this guy's stack. If he jams, we have a very sad fold. Are we going to torch a stack on our very last hand? Well, there's every chance. 9-5-5 flop. This guy's just got an incredibly wide range. I guess we're just going to set him in and hope he doesn't have a pocket pair. Hasn't called yet. That's a good sign. He's got 10-9. That's unfortunate. Oh, now he's got 2 pairs. Oh well. Punted a stack right on the last hand, don't know. Just punted the stack off. That's disappointing. That's changed things somewhat. We now only won €32. Never mind. Better than the kick up the ass. Punted the last hand. Never mind. That's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed the trilogy. Bit of a punt at the end there, but never mind. Overall, good session. Won at 21 bigs 100 over 1,700 hands. Can't complain at that. Fuck the Tories. And see you again next week. Bye for now.